Hello. Yes, we welcome you to PSSB with me, Richard here. Okay, today we are looking at this question. It says that during the formation of hydrogen molecule, which is H2, two hydrogen atoms come together to form covalent bonds between two hydrogen atoms. Okay? Identify the interactions between two hydrogen atoms which lead to repulsive forces. Yeah, so here we need to know that two hydrogen atoms come together to form hydrogen molecule, which is H2. So H2 is made up of two hydrogen atoms bonded together by a covalent bond. Now, the question says that identify the interactions between two hydrogen atoms which lead to repulsive forces. Yes, these two atoms, they tend to repel each other. Why? How does that happen? One, the interaction between the electrons of the two atoms. So that's the first one. Between electrons, especially outermost electrons. So between electrons of the two atoms. Okay? Then next, between the protons of the two atoms, or between the nuclei of the two atoms. So, between the protons of the two atoms. We have to know that protons are located inside the nucleus. So we can accept between nuclei of the two atoms. Okay. Then comes this one. It says, identify the interactions between two hydrogen atoms which lead to attractive forces. Okay. This one, we know that inside the nucleus there are positive protons and outside there are electrons. So the interaction between the protons of one atom and the electrons of another atom lead to attraction or attractive forces. So what are you going to say? Between protons of one atom and electrons of another atom. Yes, that interaction is attractive. Yeah. Yeah, then comes this question. It says that then comes this question. Okay, the statement says the diagram below, this is the diagram, shows the changes in energy which take place as two hydrogen atoms come closer. So you have energy, potential energy, and this side you have distance between atomic nuclei. Okay, we have points or stages: A, we have B, we have C, and D. Yeah, then the question says, identify each of the stages below. The first one says, attractive forces are stronger than repulsive forces. Which of these phase is that? The answer is B. B represents a situation where the attractive forces are stronger. So that one is indicated by decrease in potential energy we observe here. Okay. Then comes this question. It says attractive forces and repulsive forces are balanced. Which stage is that? That is C, which is indicated by the lowest potential energy possible. At C, the attractive forces are balancing with repulsive forces. Yeah, then comes this one. Says there is no interaction between the two atoms. At what phase between A, B, and C and D there is no interaction? And that is A. At A, the particles are too distant apart that there is no interaction. That is indicated by their potential energy being zero. Yeah, then comes this one. Repulsive forces are stronger than attractive forces. Which stage is that? That is D. And that one is indicated by positive potential energy. Yeah, then comes this question. It says that briefly explain the meaning of negative potential energy at C. What does it mean? It means that the forces of attraction, look at C. C is negative. We have to remember that this one is positive, this side is positive, this is negative. And what does negative imply? It implies that the forces of attraction are stronger, such that it requires energy to pull these atoms apart. Yeah, that is that. Yeah. Then comes this one. It says that briefly explain the meaning of positive potential energy at D. Okay. What does it mean? It means that the forces of repulsion are stronger, such that it requires energy to pull the two atoms closer. Yeah, that is that. Yeah, then comes this one. It says that briefly explain the meaning of the zero potential energy at A. A is at zero. Remember, this is zero, and that's where these two atoms are. What does that mean? It means that the distance between these two atoms is so big that there is no interaction between them. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your time. The channel is PSSB Physical Sciences Silver Bullet with me, Richard, here. Yes, we urge you to subscribe, to comment, to like, to share. And we also would like to tell you that PSSB handles Physical Sciences grade 12, 11, and 10, and Natural Sciences grade 8 and 9. And we advise you that when you're using the channel, use the playlist, don't go to video, because this channel has a very wide scope. So looking for material will be a problem. So what we have done, we have sorted it out for you. So for grade 8 and 9, just go to Natural Sciences grade 8 or Natural Sciences grade 9. For grade 11 and 10, just click Physical Sciences grade 11 or Physical Sciences grade 10. For grade 12, every chapter is treated independently. So just click on the tile of the chapter of your interest, and then you'll have the material. With that, I would like to say thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.